Welcome back, YouTube. Happy Halloween for everybody. Listen, before we get started, guys, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button, guys. Listen, we're getting hundreds of views on these videos and just a handful of likes. Before we get started, guys, like the video. Subscribe to my channel, guys. It'll do immense help for what I'm trying to grow here. Let's get straight into it, guys. We got an interesting Friday slate of action. I want to cover, obviously, Game 5 of the World Series. Game 6 of the World Series. We are going into Toronto, back to Toronto. We have on the mound pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is a favorite, pitching against the Toronto Blue Jays' ace, Kevin Gausman, in an elimination game and in a game at home where the Toronto Blue Jays can send the Los Angeles Dodgers packing and win a world championship for the Toronto Blue Jays if they're able to close out the series tonight. You got the Dodgers at minus 140, and you got the Toronto Blue Jays at plus 120. The total at this game, guys, right now rests at 7.5. There's a few different things that I want to talk about here, guys, a few interesting angles that I want to look at and discuss, and at the same time, I'll give you my best bet for this game. I talked about it going in to Game 5, guys. This Los Angeles Dodgers team, at the moment, just is not doing enough collectively to really even give this Blue Jays team much of a battle. The last two games, the Blue Jays have won in resounding fashion. And right now, considering the form of Yamamoto, the Dodgers are laying minus 140 in an elimination game. Similarly to how I talked about the game in Game 5, in my opinion, this line at Dodgers minus 140, even though if you forced me to make a pick on tonight's game, a prediction, I lean towards the Dodgers. But I would never sit here and tell you guys to lay minus 140 in this spot. Why? I see this game eerily similar to what happened in Game 2, the last two times these two teams faced off. It was a neck-and-neck battle, a very low-scoring affair through 6 or 7 innings, and then one team, in that instance, it was the Dodgers that pulled away and won. However, what we've seen from this Dodgers team over the course of the last really 3+ games, what I'm saying when I say 3+ games is the last 2 games, the last 10 innings of Game 3, that's 3 games, and the first part of Game 3 is 4 games. This Dodgers lineup really hasn't done anything to impress us. So how can we sit here with any confidence that this, all of a sudden, this Dodgers team is going to show up and deliver in the most clutch scenario of their season with their backs against the wall? I think that's just asking for something that we haven't seen from this team. And Kevin Gausman is no slouch. He's a good pitcher. He's the ace of this Blue Jays lineup. And trust me when I tell you this. You guys know this. I don't have to tell you this. Rogers Center is going to be absolutely bonkers tonight. And this Blue Jays team knows, they know, they don't want this series to go into a Game 7. And while I did say, if you force me to make a pick here, or who's going to win this game, forget betting, you're just forcing me. Gun to my head, who's going to win the game? Slight lean Dodgers. But no way whatsoever would I recommend anybody betting this game at minus 140. No way whatsoever would I encourage anybody to lay minus 140 on this game. I said it in Game 5. Game 5 was bet the Blue Jays or no bet at all. And for me, it was no bet at all, and the Blue Jays ended up winning. Game 6 for me is identical scenario based on price. We bet based on numbers, guys. It's Blue Jays plus money, plus 120, or no bet at all. And I'm not betting this game. If you force me to make a prediction again, I'm going to say this is going to end up going 7. And I hope I'm wrong. I want the Dodgers to lose this series tonight as a neutral. I want the Toronto Blue Jays, as a fan of baseball, to win this series. And if it goes 7, obviously, it gives the Dodgers a very good chance of winning this series. Game 7, it would be a toss-up if we get there. When I'm looking at this total, guys, as I mentioned before, I think this is going to be a very low-scoring affair. I think both of these starting pitchers are going to put together decent performances. Not elite performances, but decent performances. We're going to get into the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning, somewhere in that time frame, and there's going to be a couple of runs on the board. It's going to be 1-1, it's going to be 2-0, it's going to be 2-1, somewhere in that neighborhood. But what we've seen, mainly from this Blue Jays team and a little bit from this Dodgers team, we really saw it in Game 2 for the Dodgers, and that's about it, is late in games, the Blue Jays offense wakes up. And they've been putting these games to rest in the 7th and 8th innings, if you will. 6th, 7th, and 8th innings is when this lineup has awakened. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if we see something like that. I think taking the over 7.5 in this spot is just too dicey. We've seen these totals fall on 7, 8 the last couple of games and been with worse pitchers. I think we're going to see both of these pitchers tonight show up. So if you're looking for a lean on the total, I slightly lean under, but it's not a good enough bet or a big enough edge for me to suggest you guys take it. So you guys ask, where is the edge tonight? And there is an edge. There is a bet that I do like. In my opinion, and this is slightly against the grain, I think the best bet on the board for this game is to take the under 18.5 pitching outs for Yamamoto tonight. And let me tell you guys why. I know Yamamoto's been outstanding. 2 complete games in a row. I don't remember who the last pitcher was to do that in the postseason. A World Series complete game to boot. He's pitching fantastically. This series obviously is over without Yamamoto pitching that worldy of a gem in Game 2. This is now the second time this Blue Jays lineup is going to see this pitcher. This is a Blue Jays lineup, guys, that is very disciplined. This is a Blue Jays lineup that knows a win tonight ends the series, closes it out, and makes them world champions. This is a Blue Jays lineup tonight, guys, that is going to look to make adjustments. At the same time, you have the Los Angeles Dodgers with their backs against the wall. Yes, Yamamoto is their best pitcher. Yes, in my opinion, he is their ace. Yes, he's their best performing pitcher in the postseason. Yes, their bullpen isn't that great. However, there is no room for error, guys. Any sort of trouble that Yamamoto is going to get into, and it gets dicey, middle to early, late innings, 5, 6, 7, Davey Roberts knows he's got to pull the trigger quick and make a change with his starting pitcher. So unless, which is possible, unless Yamamoto is pitching an absolute gem and he is dominating this Toronto Blue Jays lineup again, the leash is going to be short for him. Roberts knows there is no room for error tonight. The Blue Jays know they got to get the pitch count up. They got to be disciplined at the plate. They got to take advantage of the few pitches that they can get and that they can hit. And this lineup has proven over the course of this entire season that they have all of those traits in spades. Guys, this is the best bet on the entire board. It's a difficult bet to pull the trigger on. I agree with that. I'm not sitting here saying taking the under is an easy bet to make. It's not. But I'm telling you guys right now, Yamamoto is going under 18.5 pitcher outs recorded tonight. In order for him to get 19 outs, obviously he's got to start the 7th inning and he's got to get 1 out in the 7th inning. I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever if he's out of the game prior to the 7th inning even starting. This Blue Jays lineup is going to show up tonight. They're going to do enough damage to Yamamoto early between innings 1 through 6 to get him out of the game, where the Dodgers are then relying on their bullpen. We'll see what the game status is at that point. To go to their bullpen to figure out a way for the bullpen to close this game out and get the Dodgers a win to go to Game 7. I want to move into college football, guys. I don't talk about college football on Friday nights very often. But there is a bet that I absolutely love tonight. And I probably love this bet even more than the Yamamoto outs recorded. I love the Yamamoto outs recorded. It's an official bet on this channel. But the best bet tonight, guys, is on the gridiron. It's not an interesting game. It's not a game I'm even going to be watching. I'll be watching Game 6 of the World Series. But we go to the gridiron for today's best bet. We got the Memphis Tigers on the road against Rice. Guys, this is one of those no-brainer bets. This line opened at Memphis minus 14.5. It's now down to 13.5 at most shops. Guys, this Rice team is terrible. They do nothing well. They don't move the ball well. They don't stop other teams from moving the ball well. They don't score points well. They don't defend their opponents from scoring well. And guess what? This Memphis Tigers team does both of those things well. This is a top 30 unit in the country. Granted, strength of schedule isn't the best, but their opponent today isn't very strong either. They move the ball and they score top 30 in the country, and they stop opponents from scoring top 30 in the country. You're looking at a top 30 team in the country on both sides of the ball against a borderline top 100 team in the country on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, in Rice. Guys, you don't have to overthink this. This is as simple as it gets. Trust me when I tell you guys this. Between every single slate of action we have tonight in every single sport, the best bet on the entire card is the Memphis Tigers laying 13.5. Don't overthink it. Don't do too much research. Listen to your boy. Put the ticket in. Watch Game 6. Watch the score accumulate up and up and up and up and up and up. While Memphis is pounding the scoreboard, this is going to be a 20-plus point victory for Memphis Tigers. And enjoy Game 6, lay back, and cash the ticket when the game is final, which is exactly what I'm going to do, guys. Guys, as I mentioned, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be back. I got a huge play for tomorrow in college football. It's a little bit off the grid type of play. I'm going to be posting a new video here soon for Saturday, and I got another massive play on Sunday that I like equally as much as my play for tomorrow. Like my video, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I'll be back soon with more winners.